Get ready to uncover Hollywood's biggest jerks and divas. From demanding directors to actors with egos bigger than their roles, this is your inside look at the other side of fame. We're not here to stir up drama, but to have some fun with the stars who are anything but perfect. Curious to see who's been acting less than glamorous behind the scenes? Let's dive in. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf has become one of Hollywood's most controversial figures, known just as much for his troubled personal life as for his acting. His reputation took a major hit when he was accused of plagiarism, stealing someone else's work and passing it off as his own. It's like swiping lunch from the office fridge and acting like nothing happened. But the real shock came when FKA Twigs filed a lawsuit against him, accusing him of physical and emotional abuse. These chilling allegations revealed a darker side to the actor that went far beyond his on-screen persona. What's worse, multiple ex-partners came forward, supporting Twigs's claims and painting a troubling picture of Shia's behavior. His actions have caused a storm of negative attention, solidifying his reputation as one of the most problematic stars in Hollywood. With so many speaking out, it's clear. It's time for Shia to confront his past and reflect on how he can change, for his own sake and for the people around him. Christian Bale. Christian Bale is undeniably a brilliant actor, but his notorious behind-the-scenes behavior has often overshadowed his on-screen talent. Famous for his fiery outbursts and diva-like attitude, Bale's meltdowns have become almost as iconic as his roles. One of the most infamous moments occurred on the set of Terminator Salvation, where a leaked audio recording revealed Bale losing his cool on director of photography Shane Hurlbut. The cause? Hurlbut accidentally ruined a take. Bale's explosive rant was so intense it left many in shock, showcasing not just his temper but his tendency to bully colleagues. This wasn't an isolated incident either. Bale has been known to display erratic behavior on several sets, often creating tension and chaos. While he's undoubtedly a master of his craft, his off-screen antics seem to show that he's just as skilled at stirring up drama as he is at portraying complex characters. Perhaps a bit of method acting as a calm, composed individual would be a good change for the actor. Mike Myers. Mike Myers, the beloved comedic genius behind Austin Powers, has made us laugh with his wild antics and unforgettable characters. However, behind the scenes, his personality is said to be less than charming. Known for his sharp wit and impeccable comedic timing, Myers reportedly has a controlling side that can border on tyrannical. Sources claim that he's been difficult to work with some even suggesting he has a tendency to fire people for the smallest perceived offenses, like making eye contact. This has earned him a reputation as a bit of a narcissist, with colleagues describing him as insufferable at times. Despite his undeniable talent, Myers' demanding and sometimes abrasive demeanor led to his gradual retreat from the spotlight. His career, once at its peak, seemed to stumble as Hollywood grew tired of his difficult ways. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, the Hollywood A-lister known for his jaw-dropping stunts and iconic roles, has earned a reputation for being both a perfectionist and, at times, difficult to work with. While his dedication to his craft is undeniable, there have been reports of him being a control freak, particularly on the set of Top Gun: Maverick. Word on the street is that Cruise allegedly gave strict instructions to Navy sailors involved in the film, telling them not to look at him or even speak to him. This raised eyebrows, especially considering the importance of camaraderie and respect when working with military personnel. Cruise's demanding behavior has sparked criticism, with some feeling that he could stand to show more humility, especially when interacting with those who serve our country. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment "OK" if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon, America's sweetheart from Legally Blonde, has long been adored for her charm and relatable roles. However, behind that polished image, there's a side of her that suggests a bit more entitlement than we might expect. One infamous incident involved Reese and her husband weaving through traffic, behaving as though they were in a Fast and Furious film. When confronted by a police officer, she allegedly delivered the now infamous line, "Do you know my name?" "You're about to find out who I am." Unsurprisingly, she was arrested. But that's not all. Sources claim that Witherspoon's off-screen behavior can be just as demanding. Reports suggest she has a tendency to treat staff poorly, often expecting them to cater to her every whim. Some rumors even suggest she refuses to take off her sunglasses to avoid making eye contact with regular people. It seems that Reese's sweet persona may not always match reality. Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock has always been admired for her down-to-earth personality and charm, but even the most beloved stars can sometimes surprise us. One incident that raised some eyebrows involved Bullock reportedly refusing an autograph to a disabled veteran, then covering her face and insulting him. If this is true, it's a disappointing moment, especially considering the warm image she has built over the years. Of course, we can't jump to conclusions without knowing the full story, and there may have been factors at play in her life at the time. However, if this incident did happen, it serves as a reminder that celebrities, like everyone else, can have their off days. But fans, especially those who have served the country, deserve respect. Hopefully, Bullock can turn this situation around and remind us all why she's been so well loved for so long. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence, known for her roles in blockbusters like The Hunger Games, has built a reputation as the girl next door with a down-to-earth personality. However, it turns out that being famous doesn't always make you nice. Reports have surfaced that Jennifer has been less than friendly to her fans, and she's not afraid to admit it. She's stated that her sometimes curt behavior is a defense mechanism, a way to protect herself from an overwhelming number of admirers. While it's understandable that fame can be exhausting, it's also true that there's a way to decline fan requests with kindness and grace. After all, the public is what supports her career. Maybe Jennifer could take a few notes from other stars who manage to keep their boundaries while still being respectful. Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts, often hailed as America's sweetheart, might not fit the perfect image we've come to expect. Steven Spielberg, no less, revealed that working with Julia on Hook wasn't the fairy tale experience you'd imagine. He even said he wouldn't work with her again, calling her an emotional wreck on set. The crew, not holding back, dubbed her Tinkerhell, a far cry from the enchanting character she portrayed. But the drama doesn't end there. Julia's personal life took hits as well, with her sister claiming her fame and ego fractured their relationship. Meanwhile, her time on I Love Trouble with co-star Nick Nolte was less than friendly. They disliked each other so much that their scenes were filmed separately with stand-ins. Behind Julia's dazzling smile and public persona, there's a side that might surprise even her biggest fans. William Shatner. William Shatner, the iconic Captain Kirk of Star Trek, might not be the hero fans imagine. On set, he was reportedly known as Captain Jerk, earning the nickname for his difficult behavior with co-stars. His reputation didn't improve off-screen either. He famously skipped Leonard Nimoy's funeral, causing a stir and leaving many fans and colleagues questioning his character. But sometimes, even the toughest reputations get their due. Shatner's Comedy Central roast became a cathartic moment for the many stars who had been holding on to their frustrations over the years. The roast was an unforgettable spectacle. Shatner on the receiving end of hilarious jabs, with an audience equally amused and shocked. It's clear that behind the legendary role and public persona, Shatner's life has been full of tension and drama. If you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on your favorite Hollywood stars. Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase, the legendary comedic actor known for his roles in Saturday Night Live and the National Lampoon's Vacation series, is no stranger to controversy. While his on-screen antics have given us countless laughs, his off-screen behavior has often been far less charming. Over the years, Chase has built a reputation for being difficult to work with, earning a reputation as a jerk among many of his co-stars. Even fellow SNL cast members have publicly expressed their frustrations with him, citing his rude demeanor and poor attitude on set. This wasn't a phase that ended when he left SNL. His prickly personality seemed to follow him throughout his career. In fact, his difficult nature has often overshadowed his comedic talent, making it harder for audiences and colleagues alike to separate the man from the legend. While Chevy may no longer be in the spotlight as much, there's no doubt his legacy serves as a reminder that sometimes talent and attitude don't always mix well. Ben Stiller. Why is it that the funniest guys often seem to be the hardest to please? Ben Stiller, known for his hilarious roles in Zoolander and Meet the Parents, is a prime example of this curious phenomenon. Behind his comedic genius lies a reputation for entitlement and difficult behavior. Stiller has been accused of acting like a diva on set, with reports claiming he once flipped out because his Diet Coke didn't have exactly 2 ice cubes. It's not just about the drinks, though. Stiller reportedly had his assistant stand guard to ensure no one dared park in his reserved spot. It seems that, for some, even parking spaces must bow to their Hollywood status. While we can't ignore the absurdity of these demands, it's possible that the eccentricities that fuel his comedy also contribute to his over-the-top behavior. If you ever find yourself around him, just make sure you've got the right number of ice cubes and respect his space. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz, once the darling of Hollywood, isn't exactly the most welcoming when it comes to autograph requests. If you happen to cross her path with a pen and paper in hand, don't expect a warm response. Diaz has built a reputation for turning down autograph seekers with a firm no, and even offering unsolicited lectures on why such requests are, in her opinion, absurd. It's a bit of a shocker considering her Hollywood heyday in the 90s, but these days, autograph hunting seems a bit outdated, especially when there are so many other stars rising in the limelight. Diaz's approach to rejecting fans is often described as more scolding than polite, which certainly doesn't help her public image. If you're hoping for a signature, you might want to think twice. A polite no would suffice, but don't be surprised if you get a little more than you bargained for. Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire may have won hearts as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but behind the mask, he's been accused of acting far from heroic. One shocking incident highlights just how out of touch he can be. Allegedly, while out at a bar, Maguire, rather than leaving a tip for a cocktail waitress, decided to humiliate her by demanding she bark like a seal for his amusement. It's a stark contrast to the likable, heroic persona he portrays on screen. This behavior not only shows a lack of basic respect for others, but also reflects poorly on his character off-screen. Being a successful actor doesn't excuse bad manners or the mistreatment of those just doing their jobs. If Maguire hopes to be remembered for more than just his film roles, he might want to reconsider how he treats people and perhaps enroll in a few etiquette classes. It's time for a real-life superhero transformation. Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball, the undisputed queen of comedy, had a knack for making us laugh on screen, but behind the scenes, her humor didn't always extend to those around her. Despite her iconic status, Lucille's interactions with ordinary people left much to be desired. One infamous story has her flying aboard a plane, where she reportedly refused to acknowledge flight attendants directly. Instead, she had her assistant pass on a message that famously read, "I'm sorry, she doesn't speak to the help." It's a sharp contrast to the lovable, down-to-earth persona she portrayed on TV. The tale serves as a reminder of how fame can sometimes distort one's sense of decency. While Lucille Ball undoubtedly mastered the art of comedy on screen, it seems her talents didn't always translate to real-life kindness. Still, her legendary status remains intact, but her behavior off-camera adds a darker layer to her Hollywood legacy. Type 1 if you're with us till the finish. We're grateful to have you here. Behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, many of our favorite stars have left us with more than just unforgettable performances. They've also left us with stories of less than ideal behavior. From demanding outrageous requests to treating people poorly, these celebrities show us that fame doesn't guarantee humility. It's a reminder that while we may admire their talents on screen, respect, kindness, and decency should always come first. What do you think? Do these stars deserve a second chance, or should their off-screen behavior be a part of their legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this list surprising, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks, and see you next time.